Hi Aquarius, I'm Nick. This is my channel, Nick Loves. This is going to be your love reading for August of 2019. I really hope you guys are doing well. I'm here joined by my co-star Nala. You can only see her little paws. She might come out and say hi later on, so we'll see. These are general readings, so it may not resonate with every single person. So if it doesn't fit your situation, please don't force it and just carry on with your day. This does apply to both men and women, whatever your preference is. If you like men, women, both. Doesn't matter whether you're single, super single, in a situationship, in a relationship, married, divorced, doesn't matter. I'm here to help you out. Also, the link to the extended reading will be below. If you find that this reading's resonating with you, want more information, we're just going to dive in deeper. It's pretty much like a part 2 of what you see here. So if you want, after you finish this reading, just click the link below and it'll take you there. All right. And also, I would suggest you watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs because those are all aspects of who you are. You may resonate a little bit more with one than the other at times. It really just depends. It's up to you and how you're feeling. And what else? Yeah, and if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it is at Nick Loves with 2 eyes. Sometimes I do like free mini readings there. We do like affirmations, and you can kind of get to know me and interact more if you're interested. All right. So let's get started. You guys know what time it is? Spritz time. So relax, put yourself in a meditative state, get away from people, noise. If you want, pause this video, get some water, get some tea, coffee, whatever it is to relax you, whatever gets you in the mood and the vibe, you know? And I want you now to start working on your breathing. So take a deep breath in, out. This time when you breathe in, I want you to acknowledge any pain, any heaviness you may be carrying, whether it's sadness, stress, anger, anxiety, just anything heavy that you want to let go. All right, and this time when you breathe in, acknowledge it, and as you exhale, watch it physically, imagine it physically leaving your body. So as you exhale, release everything. Okay, and do that as many times as you need to. Now close your eyes or keep your eyes closed. And as I'm spritzing you, I want you to imagine all the things I'm saying out loud coming into your life and you feeling it, experiencing it as if it's happening right now. All right, because it'll make it that much more likely to manifest into your reality. So for all my Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, Venus, males and females, let's please bring them healing, love, happiness, a good partner, and make all their wishes come true. Smells like roses, smells so beautiful. Maybe you guys can smell it or imagine it, just like a rose garden. I love it. That would be my dream, right? All right, so I did purchase a bunch of new cards and stuff. I actually did spend quite a lot, but I think it's a good investment. I just want to make this experience more fun and interactive for you guys and kind of switch it up a little bit. So let me know in the comments later on if you do enjoy it or if you like this style, and we'll see how it goes, okay? So I did already pre-shuffle and lay out the cards for us off camera just to save time because it does take a lot of time for me to shuffle and stuff, and I don't want to like spend half the reading shuffling. So what I'm going to do is show you the cards and then we'll get right into it. So I'm going to start with the oracle cards and then the tarot cards and then, you know, all that other stuff. So you guys know the drill. You're going to pick a side, either this side or this side. One is you, the other is for the person you're dealing with or will be dealing with. And if you're a cross watcher, you can switch it sides. It's just whichever you resonate with more. I am going to say this is for you, this side Aquarius, and this is for the other person, but you know, whatever fits your situation, you can switch it up, don't worry. All right, so for your oracle cards, we got interference. An external party is meddling in this relationship. And this doesn't always have to be like, oh, like you know, someone is cheating, although it can be, but this can also be like family, friends, co-workers, someone getting in between people's business. This kind of energy also came through for, I believe, who else? Capricorn. Okay, so if you're dealing with the Capricorn, I would go watch that reading as well. All right, and then we have I want to feel worthy of you. So this may be what the other person is thinking or you are thinking. I want to feel worthy of you. So interference and I want to feel worthy of you. So we'll leave these out. And then for on this side, which I believe is for you, we have here the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and perspective, which I believe would be like the Hanged Man in the original Rider-Waite deck. And then your overall emotion card, or what you're thinking, feeling, is seeing you reminds me of the things I know deep down that's not always easy to deal with. That's for your end. And then for this end here, I kind of love how all these images have roses, because you know I love roses. So it fits my vibe. All right, so for this side here, we have the 7 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Okay. And then the overall emotion for this person is it possible to forgive and forget? Is it possible to forgive and forget? That's what the other person is thinking or feeling. And then the mutual emotion, what you guys are both kind of feeling or thinking in some way is, I'm not the same person that you remember. I'm not the same person that you remember. Interesting. All right, Aquarius, so I definitely do feel like there's some heavy energies here that I probably have been carrying through from Cancer season. Definitely that you are now feeling a lot. And I feel like these are some problems and feelings you have been dealing with for a while. This is not like suddenly or just, you know, right now. This is something that's kind of been accumulating over time, I think, and now it's kind of hit its peak where you're just like, I'm kind of done, Nick. Like, up to here. Like, I really can't take this anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how to feel, how to react, and it's probably why you're watching this right now. So on your end here with the 10 of Wands, I definitely feel like you've had it. You've been feeling really burdened. You feel like you've had a lot on your shoulders, like everything's been on you. It's like when I look in the mirror, all I see is myself, and I realize that I only have myself. It's me, myself, and I, and it seems like even if there is people around me, I feel like I can't depend on them. I feel like I can't put my trust in them. I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I have to take on everything, and it's a lot, you know, and it hurts because I have people around me, or I have, you know, my loved one or my person, and I feel like I'm alone in this. I feel like they don't care. I feel like I've had to deal with everything. I feel that I've done more for this relationship, or that I've put in so much of my heart and soul. I would do anything for them, and it's sad to feel that I feel like they wouldn't do the same for me. Like, I'm a ride or die for them, Nick, and I feel like they're not doing the same for me, and I'm tired. Like, I'm really tired. I've just finished a 10K mile and I'm exhausted. Like, I can't keep going, you know? And I just feel like you've been through this long journey and it's been a lot on you. I feel like you've had to do a lot. You feel like you've done more for this relationship, or more for this connection, to keep it alive, to keep it up and going, to keep it running. And it seems like this business now maybe might be going bankrupt, might be closing down soon, you know? And you are just like, I look in the mirror and I don't know, it's like I only see me, I don't see anyone else. And I feel like you are really upset. You're really upset because although you don't mind being independent and doing things on your own and being strong as an individual, because I feel like you very much so are strong on your own, you don't need anyone, I feel like you still want to have someone in your life, you know? Like, I still want to have the comfort of knowing that I can depend on this person and that they have my back, and we're a team, you know? It's a partnership. We work together and we respect each other's space, but when I need love, they're there for me, you know? I don't want to feel like it's just me doing everything for them. So I think you're coming to the ending, to this point, ending of a chapter, ending of a cycle, ready to start new again, because it's just too much has been going on, and it's too much, you know, and you need a break. I feel like you really need a break. And there's this buildup of emotions that you've been carrying, and maybe you haven't really spoken your truth, or you really haven't expressed it, but you feel it internally. It's just like, I'm gonna explode at any second, you know? And I feel like you don't want to get to that point, or maybe it's already happened, but I feel like it hasn't happened. And then with the 9 of Swords, I really feel like it's been affecting your mental state well-being and stability. You've probably been overthinking a lot, or really in your head, maybe been having sleepless nights, can't can't think straight, can't sleep right, maybe wake up in the middle of the night or have bad dreams, or maybe some of you have like sleep paralysis or some kind of sleeping disorder. And I just really feel like you've really been in your head and it's been hard for you. Maybe you've been getting a lot of headaches as well. And I feel like all of this is from stress, because if you've been having some health issues or like, you know, sleeping issues, or you feel like you've been forgetting things, I don't feel like this is actually your like brain function. I don't feel like it's like your health. I feel like it's because of stress. I don't feel like your body physically is ill. It's stress that's causing all this, okay? So if you are, I would definitely recommend, if you can, I know we're all busy and stuff, but try to go to the gym or take a walk outside, walk your pet, or just walk by yourself, walk to the park. Get some adrenaline rush, like get your endorphins, you know, try to release some endorphins, do some physical activity, to the point where, you know, your cheeks get a little rosy or you sweat a little bit, because I feel like that's going to help you release endorphins and get you out of that state a little bit. If you can do that at least once a day or a few times a week, I feel like that's really going to help you out, okay? And also working on your posture. I feel like some of you may be having slouchy posture. You've just been kind of like this, or and that's gonna affect your whole system. I know it may sound silly, but I feel like just try to work on your posture, and when you're walking too, not just sitting, make sure you're walking like, you know, kind of straight, and it's opening. It helps open up and give this clear gateway for your air, for your like, I can't say it, for your airway, for your air system, for your lungs, okay? If you're like this, it's like you restrict yourself and you can't sleep as well, you know? So try to like stay opened up, and also read a book. If you can, read a book or read something before bed. And I also recommend to turn off your phone, or if you can't turn off your phone because maybe you keep an alarm or something on your phone, put it on sleep, like on sleep mode or like night mode, whatever it's called, or you can also put it on airplane mode, okay? And I find that that's really helpful, just so you're not distracted or anything like that. And you can also change the brightness and make it so it's like dark, and you don't see the bright blue light, okay? But you've been really in your head, so all this stuff and conflict that maybe you've been dealing with this person, or that you feel like is only been burden on you, has really been affecting you. So take care of yourself, please. Be gentle with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself, and do take care of yourself, because stress, and when you're stressed, it really affects your physical health. Like you will physically see yourself, you will see it happening and affecting your physical body and surroundings, okay? So do take care of yourself. But I feel like all this is completion, okay? This is completing. It's coming to an end very soon. And I like that we have perspective here. Again, this is like the Hanged Man in the traditional deck, but I feel like with this card here, it's like you're really changing your whole perspective. You've been thinking a lot. And after going through like the different stages of emotion, I feel like you've kind of hit the top, hit the ending, the point where you can't feel anything worse. So I feel like now you're changing your perspective, and you seem to have really thought about things, and thought about things in a different way. I just feel like you're kind of elevating, and you're trying to move away from these problems. You're trying to move away from this and not let it affect you so much, and doing whatever it takes to make sure your mind is right. And if you are doing so, keep doing that, okay? Like distract yourself if you need to, do more things that you love, talk to your friends or your family, do art, write music, whatever it is that kind of puts your mind at ease. Do those things and put your emotions into something that can kind of benefit you, or can kind of help you express and let it out. Okay, and with perspective also, this can also be like Pisces energy. So maybe you were dealing with the Pisces, or you may have Pisces somewhere in your chart as well, or maybe you're like a cusp. So I really feel like you are a deep thinker, but you also are a deep feeler. And maybe you don't always know how to express your feelings, but you have a lot of deep thoughts about your feelings and how to understand them, if that makes sense. Okay, and then with your emotion card here, it says, seeing you reminds me of the things I know deep down that's not always easy to deal with. Okay, so I feel like whoever you're dealing with, they're kind of triggering a lot of things inside of you that are uncomfortable, that you maybe are not experienced with dealing with, or you don't like to. You're just like, you know, and so you keep it in, and it accumulates, and then it becomes this big pile of mess, you know? It's kind of like when you have dirty laundry and you haven't washed it for like weeks and weeks, and it's just like overflowing. You're like, okay, like I have to do something about it now. You know, it's kind of hit that point where your laundry is so dirty, it's like now you have no choice. Like I have to take it out and go wash them, you know, instead of maybe just doing it weekly like a normal person, or I don't know what normal is, I guess, if people wash it all the time or every month, I'm not sure. Okay. And then on this end here, we have the Seven of Wands, like we saw earlier, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. You could be dealing with another air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, maybe a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or maybe fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it doesn't really have to be any of those signs. I just like to point it out to you. It could be any sign, or just the energies this person's kind of embodying at the moment or going through. So the reason you've been feeling all these feelings and just been feeling down, not feeling your best, feeling drained. Sorry, Aquarius, I had to pause the video because the gardener was outside and they're making a lot of noise, and then Nala starts barking, things get chaotic. I need to just like not film on Thursdays, I think, because usually they're supposed to come in the morning, but sometimes they come late, like in the afternoon. I'm just like, all right. Anyways, probably just won't film on Thursdays, but you don't need to know that, I guess. All right, so like we were talking about on this side here, we saw the Seven of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Swords, right? So I'm feeling here like this person they were feeling very defensive, or they are currently feeling defensive. I don't know if it's towards you or towards someone else, but I almost feel like they're like expecting, or like someone was like coming for them in some way. I almost feel like someone was provoking them, or there was like some kind of third party. Either it was like a love interest, an ex, a family member, a friend, something. Someone was like triggering them. No, not triggering them, kind of like pushing them or instigating. That's the word. They're instigating. You see here how like the image of the girl and with the tiger next to her, it's like they're ready for like battle, like someone's gonna attack them or something. You see that? So I almost feel like there's some problems and fears, and like they feel like they have to defend themselves. They feel like they have to have this guard up and put up a shield. I kind of feel like they were tempted. I think someone tempted them, whether it was to, you know, with the Three of Cups, actually like cheat, like physically, emotionally, mentally. If not, I almost feel like someone tempted them or kind of lured them into maybe going to a party, or going to meet up with someone, or going to do something that like they knew really wasn't that good, or that you wouldn't agree to it, or you wouldn't be okay with it. And they're just like, okay, whatever. But I almost feel like they actually didn't want to. They're really trying hard to stay true to themselves and to not get themselves into trouble that they know they shouldn't get themselves into. Like, let's say they got invited to a party and they know that their ex or someone was going to be there, or someone that you wouldn't approve, right? That you wouldn't like. But they weren't going there to see them. They were just going because their other friends were going or something. And so instead of not going, they're like, their friends kind of convinced them to go, and maybe they just kind of didn't tell you about it, or they didn't tell you that the ex or whoever that was going to be there. I see something like that could have happened, where they went to a party, they didn't tell you about it, they knew you would be upset, and kind of them not telling you kind of made it more suspicious and made them really look like the bad guy, you know? But I kind of feel like that wasn't their intention. Like, they weren't going, or they weren't trying to cheat or do anything, but it looked like that. And I feel like they were kind of influenced they were influenced to do that, or to hang out with this person that they shouldn't have. Okay, so they really tried to fight against it, but I feel like they gave in, and they're like, okay, whatever, no harm, I'll just go. And I think it looked bad, and you know, maybe they did have a conversation with an ex or with, you know, someone, and it looked like something. I don't think anything actually happened, but for some of you, you let me know maybe something did happen, and they got maybe too friendly and shouldn't have been talking to or flirting with that person, and they did, and it got back to you, or you found out, or they told you about it, and that's why you're really, really upset. And I feel here like they were celebrating at a time that wasn't the right time. Like, you shouldn't have been out, you shouldn't have been doing that, you shouldn't have been with that person, but they did it, and I think they knew they shouldn't have done it, but I almost feel like they were pushed into it. It's kind of like a trap almost. I'm not, you know, making excuses for them because we're all adults. Well, hopefully you're an adult if you're watching this. But I feel like they were influenced to do something and they didn't really want to do it. They knew it wasn't a good idea. This could have happened on a full moon, actually. And you know, on full moons, I usually advise not to do that much or not to go out. If you have to go out, work and stuff, yeah, it's fine, but I feel like not really to be out and about, socializing, go to parties, because I feel like a lot of stuff always happens on full moons. Like, I know a dog almost bit Nala one time when I was walking her in the daytime a few months ago, I think, on a full moon. I saw a lot of car accidents, people driving crazy and recklessly on the streets on every full moon, actually. So I usually never really advise to do that much. It's just the energy is full of emotions, you know, full moon, full of stuff, Luna, lunatic, how do you think that word came about, you know? So anyways, I think there could have been some third party situation here. If not, they went to a party or did something, were hanging out with people that you don't like or you don't get along with, and you didn't really like that. And I think now with the Knight of Swords, I feel like they're going to be talking to you about it, or they want to talk to you about it. And maybe the way they went about it before was kind of immature, or they didn't really get their point across right in the way that they wanted you to understand it. And then sometimes this person probably has a tendency to think, to say before they think things through, and to just speak, blurt out things, and maybe are too friendly, too talkative to people when they shouldn't be, and that's something that may bother you. But I feel here with the Knight of Swords, they're coming through with a message and they want to talk to you. They're probably going to reach out to you, most likely. I think just like want to, you know, talk about things or explain, or see what's going on, because their overall emotion is it possible to forgive and forget? And you may be thinking, hell no, I'm not forgetting and I'm not forgiving, but I really feel like they are coming in, they're just like, hey Aquarius, like, you know, like this and this and this, I'm sorry about this and this and that, I know I shouldn't have done that and I apologize. But I feel like they really are wanting to get a lot off their chest. They want to talk a lot. The Knight of Swords is someone who's very talkative. They like to just like, they really have a conversation in mind. They really have a lot to say, okay? And I feel like a lot of what they have to say is based upon, can you forgive and forget about this, or can you forgive them, even if you can't really forget. But again, you know, what you decide to do is really up to you. The mutual emotion between the two of you is, I'm not the same person that you remember. So I really feel strongly that this is what this person's going to tell you, or this is what they're really thinking, that, hey Aquarius, I know what I did, I know I've been hurting you and you haven't been feeling that good and you don't believe in me, or you've lost faith in our relationship or this connection, but I'm not the same, I'm different, I'm better now, I've learned, and I hope you can give me a second chance. I know I shouldn't hang around those people or listen to them and be tempted, and I just feel like they have a lot to say to you. They really have a lot to say to you, okay? But yeah, so I kind of feel like this person's probably an air sign, maybe another Aquarius or Libra, Gemini, maybe fire or water sign, but it doesn't have to be any of those signs, but I get mostly air, water, and fire. Okay, so Aquarius, if you'd like, we're gonna continue this in the extended reading. I'm gonna ask questions, find out a little bit more about them, who they are. Let's see what comes through, what's going on in their headspace, what are they thinking, what are they feeling about you and their heart and soul, what they want you to know that you don't know, and what the near future holds between the two of you. Okay, so if you guys are interested, we'll talk about it in the extended reading. The link will be below. If not, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for giving me your time and spending it here with me. I appreciate it so much. And I hope to see you for your next reading for the mid-month. All right, I'm wishing you all the best and sending you clarity, healing, and strength, and lots of love. All right, and talk to you soon. Bye.